Hello, welcome to Excel tutorial. Today I'll show you how to secure your WordPress website using iThemes security. It's totally free. So before we start the tutorial, please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon. So let's start the tutorial. First, go to the wordpress.org website and search the plugin iThemes security. This is the iThemes security WordPress plugin directory. It's one of the most downloaded and active installed plugin, and it is too good for your security, and it's almost free. There is some options are premium, but without premium options you can use the free plugin as and the free version is quite good. Just check the other ratings. There is a lot of 5-star ratings, and is the options: pro features, two-factor authentication, WordPress salt security, malware scan, password security, etc. This is some premium options, but the free option is there is a lot of free options. We'll check all of the free option in this tutorial. Okay, now check the iThemes security website. It is they are offering the premium version, and it is not much very costly for a single website, but if you are an agency, then you have to pay some amount. This is the pricing plan. So if you are a blogger or small one website you have, you can purchase a single website license. It's only $80 per year, and this is the promotional offer. It's showing that's why it's $48. And if you have a small business, secure and want to protect 10 website, then you can take this offer. And if you have a lot of website, and if your agency or something like, then you can choose the gold membership. It is $199 per year. So actually it's not very costly, because you need your website secure, and it's very important to keep your website secure. So it's very important. So you can spend some money for the security. It's good. Okay, now let's check the iThemes security configuration for your website. This is my demo website. There is no plugins yet, so let's install the iThemes security plugin for this. Search the iThemes security, iThemes. Okay, this is the iThemes security plugin, and just hit the install now button. It will take some time to complete the installation. Okay, our installation is done. Now let's activate the plugin. Click active button. It will activate the iThemes security plugin for your website. So this is the plugins directory. So the plugin is active. So now go to the settings options. This is the settings option. Okay, here is the options to check the security status of your website. Just click the secure the site. It will show some options that are already secure. It's on click secure, and you can choose the brute force protection, network brute force protection, that will help you to protect your website from hacker. And actually network brute force means that iThemes security will provide an API for the site, and all of the other website author who have the installed the iThemes security and also iThemes security track their site to prevent the bots protection. And if that site are attacked by some IPs that and more websites attacked by same IP, then iThemes security automatically ban that IP. So if you enable this network port source protection, it will help you to protect that IPs too. So it's good to enable network port source protection. I'm using demo demo email address, that's why it will not work, but I will show you how to enable it later. So now close the section. Okay, here is the recommended 26 options to configure and 32 options for all. So let's click on the 32 and go one by one. We already checked the security, and now check the global settings, configure the global settings. Here is the lot of option you will find. Allow iThemes security to write web config and htaccess. Yeah, I will allow this, and I'll keep it as usual as default, so it's fine. Okay, I want to keep the log as a database only or file only, both. You can choose one of the. I'm just keeping it as default, but you remember, if you keep this log in the database, then your database will be heavy. So days to keep backup logs, 60 days. You can reduce these backup logs to 30 days, 20 days as you want. Allow data track, if you want to allow the iThemes security to track your website data, so then you can check this option. I am not checking this, so ignore it. Proxy detection, do you want to detect the proxy, then you can enable. I select automatically hide security menu from admin bar. This is the admin bar. If you want to hide this security menu from the admin bar, just check the options. And show error code, it's the default no, and if you want to display the error code, just click the yes. I'm keeping all the defaults here, so click the save settings. It's done. And the notification center is the in this section you will get all of the you can set the email address where you want to get all of the notification from the iThemes security. So by default it is it will send all to all the admins user, so I'm keeping it as usual. Database backup recipient. Here's the step-by-step options that you can, where the notification will go, who will the recipient to. Default custom, you can, if you choose the custom, you can select one by one. If you want to send the notification security notification to admin 1, then you can choose the custom, select admin 1, or for all admin just keep the default. Site lock notification, you can same as select one of the admin. That's it. So I'm keeping this section default. And 404 detection, yes, I want to automatically block users concerning the page to our exploit, so I'll enable it. Just go to the configuration page. Minute to remember 404 detect, it's a 5 minute. You can choose it's a 10 minute, 20 minute, 30 minutes, even 30 days, whatever. Threshold 020 nodes and 404 folder. This is the options. Just keep it default as it is. Okay, admin user. Okay, I am using the username as admin, so this is not good to for your security. You should have to change the username admin to others, but if you can choose an username, any username, just keep remember the username should not be guessed easily. So that is a admin is a too low secure username, so you can choose a new admin from here. But this is a demo server, so I am not interested to change the admin user. But if you want, okay, let's change it. Test admin. And this admin username is containing the tar ID is 1, because this is the first admin whenever I install the WordPress, so automatically the user ID is assigned to 1. So I'm not interested to keep this ID as 1, because it's easy to guess any of the hacker who wants to hack your site. So just check the box, it will change your admin user ID. So now save the settings, it will log out from the WordPress. Now you have to log in again. Our new admin username is test admin, and the password is okay. Okay, this is our new password. It's password strong rule. We already set these rules for the site, because when we click the secure website, the iThemes security automatically force the admin user to secure a strong password. So it's important to remember this password. I just copy the password here. Okay, update password. It's done. Now go to the settings again. Okay, our admin user settings is done, and that is gone. So now check the away mode. This away mode is for if you want to use your admin dashboard in certain time, like if you want to use this dashboard every day 8 AM to 5 PM, so you can enable these options. After 5 PM the dashboard will never able to log in using the admin. So if you enable it, just go to the settings. Here's the options. You can set the time and start time and end time when you want to disable login to the admin. So it's daily one time. You can choose. If you select one time, then the date you can select, but I want to set it daily. This is a start time, for example 8 AM to 5 PM. Now if you save the settings, the dashboard will disappear for this time. So I'm not saving these settings for now. And the ban user, this is the specific IP address who attacked the website. iThemes security ban that IP certain time, so you find all of the banned IP here. and ban agent user is here. Or also, if you know the exploit IP, then you can add that IP in this box, say one IP in per line. And also, if you want to enable hack pairs, blacklisted IP, then you can check these options. It will now enable the hack pair blacklisted IP automatically ban for this site. So now save the change. And next is the change content directory. By default, WordPress use the WP content for the content directory. If you want to change the directory something others like ABCD, VC, then just create the new directory name and save settings. Save the settings. So it will change the content directory. So this is my demo site, so I'm not interested to change the content directory and just keep it sorry as usual. So now change the prefix, table prefix. If you want to change your database table prefix, by default it's take the wp-admin or wp_admin. So if you are using you can change the database table prefix. So if you save change, it will change the table prefix. This is demo server, so I'm not changing the table prefix, it's okay. But if you are in a live server, you must change the database table prefix. And database backup configuration, if you want to take the full backup, just check these options. And backup, how do you want to get the backup? It's email save locally and email save locally only. You can choose, if you have a big server, then you can choose this option, locally and email. So it will store the backup in your server, and also email, it will email you the database in your inbox. So backup retain, the number of backup you want to keep in your server, 0 for the unlimited backup, and if you want to keep the 2 or 3 backups, so you can set it the 5. So 5 backups will keep in your database server, and all older backup will automatically remove from the server. So it will reduce your space, it will save your space. So next, the backup compressed if you select this option, it will send the backup as zip file. Okay, exclude backup, if you want to exclude some table, then you can select this field will not in your database. You can also set the scheduled database backup. Just click the check the enable schedule backupping options. The backup interval is 3 days by default, but if you have a heavy site, you can choose every day for the backup. So I'm keeping it 3 days is okay for I think I don't not to set the backup schedule backup for the site, so just ignore it. If you are a live server, you must keep the enables the schedule backup. Okay, and the file change detection, if you enable this option, it will notice you, it will send you the notification to all of the admins or notifier email if some file changes or not. So this is our system file. So if someone changes the system file, then you will get a notification from the iThemes security that your file is changed. So it's then you can track the file, which file is changed and who changed it, blah blah blah. So this is important to enable these settings. So I'm save settings, and the file permission, just show the file permission here. All the list of the file permission will display. All are the 777. So this is the recommended value, 7555, and WP config, and the server config should be 444. So I will set the permission in next options. Okay, this is the hide backend. By default, WordPress login URL is wp admin or wp-login.php. So someone can easily guess what is your login username and login URL. So if you want to hide this login URL from the hacker or who are not the real user for your site, then just enable these options, hide backend. So here you will get, you are able to set the new login URL, so you can change any of the name here, A, B, C. This should be your login URL. For example, in my case, http securitywork.local/abc. So hope you understand. This is very important for your live site, because if you set these options, then no one can guess what is your website login URL. If someone try to log in using the WP admin or something else, then it will show the word. So it will go to the not found page. You can change the not found slug here, just like this. And also you can use your custom login URL. Okay, just I'm keeping the I just changed the login slug, so just keep save settings. Now check the URL is ABC. So okay, now check the local browser settings. Here is the options. If someone try to log in your website using wrong username and password several times, then if you can control these options, if you enable these options, it will be easy to protect your site from brute force attack. So by default, if a host attempt 5 logins, they will ban for this website, and maximum login attempt per user if user can 10 attempts to log in your site, otherwise it's permanently banned for this site. So minute of remember ban login, and if someone attempt to log in 5 times, and you will ban, and this ban will keep remember for this security plugin for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you want. Also, if someone logged in try to log in using the admin username, then you can immediately ban that host. So actually I am not changing. Oh yeah, I think we already changed the username, so we can set this option easily. So if someone try to log in this site using the admin username admin, then it will not attempt that IP second time, because this is the wrong username, and admin is the sensitive username for the site, so it will ban the IP instantly. So just save the settings. And network booster protection is the networkly maintained by the item security. So just enable it, just enter your email address and you can receive their newsletter information and click the save. Now it will give you an API address for the website. This is my API key for this website. It will protect my iThemes security, protect my website from network source. So if some other website attacked by same IP, then that IP, if that IP try to log in my user, that will automatically ban. Save settings. And our next option is password requirements. This is the password requirement for the minimum role. If you enable this, or we already enable these options, our minimum role is for administrator. You can choose one of them and just set the settings. And SSL. If your website is an SSL installed in your server, then you can enable this option. Just click the enable and go to the configure. Now you can set the HTTP redirect page. All of the HTTP page should go redirect to the HTTPS. Just click the enable options. It will work now. So in this server, it's a local server, so I haven't installed the SSL for this server, so I am not disabling it. And this is the important option now, the system tweak. This is the advanced settings for the site. Just click the enable. Here's the system option. Go to the configuration. You will protect the system while using. If you enable these options, there's a lot of options. Just click you should enable all of this, because this is very good, because we don't need to browse the directory, so you can check it. Or we want to protect the system file like readme, admin.txt, wp config, install, says etc. So, and filter request method, suspicious string login, etc. I just enable all of the settings. This is the writing permission. If you enable this, it will generate some problem, but I will enable it for now. But some plugins need to write permission to the site, so be careful about this. File uploading PHP disable PHP plugins, disable PHP theme. So sub settings. And this is the WordPress salt. And if you want to keep your site more secure, just you should have to change the WordPress salt. This is my local server, so I'm not changing this WordPress salt, so ignoring it. And the WordPress tweak, it's another important feature. Here is a list of options you'll find. Remove the Windows Live or right transfer, remove RST, and reduce comment spam, and XML RPC. This is important to you should have to check this option before disable, because if you use Jetpack and other third-party plugin, there's some are use this XML RPC settings, so it's you should have to keep in your mind before this disabling these options. But WordPress recommend to disable XML RPC. And this option is the XML RPC request. That was the XML RPC, and this is the attempt per XML RPC request. By default it's blocked, so if you want to enable for some third-party plugin, then you can enable it. But if it's not necessary for other plugins, then you should must disable block these settings. REST API, if you want to enable the REST API options, you can enable default access, but I am not interested to enable the REST API access, so just restrict access. Login error message, if someone try to log in wrong username, wrong password, then WordPress will display the wrong message, but I don't want to display any message. Just enable this options. Force unique nickname, a user can always force to choose and use a unique username if you enable these options. Disable external archive, and I think you'll understand this option. Just enable all of this option. Okay, just save settings, and is the I think all are done. This is the server configuration rule will display, and the WordPress config rules here. And now check the file permission off. I am using the local site, so that's why it's not save all of the options correctly, because if your website permission is all goods, then it will go to the green status. So it's important, because it's not working for me because I didn't save some of the settings. So if I save that settings correctly, that way it will automatically show the green. So keep remember this options I used before, but for the demo server I didn't save that options, because if I save that, it will generate some problem for my local development, and also I forget the settings. I forget, so that's why I am not enabling these options. So I think I finished all of the free features. Here some are the premium feature you find. If you go to the below, it's the magic link, send email magic links that bypass the username and take a logout. That means you can log in without username and password. Malware scan schedule, privilege acceleration, reCAPTCHA settings, important episode, two-factor authentication, user security check, user login, version management, password login. These are premium options. If you purchase the iThemes security, it will help you to secure your website more, so I recommended you to purchase the plugin. Okay, this is I think it's a very long tutorial, so it's need to, if I just describe every steps one by one, then it will take much time. I just try to give you an overview for the settings, so hope you understand. If you have any question, please ask me. I'll try to reply all of your questions, or if you need to secure your website, you can check my service. So thank you very much.